We're all different, but we all want the same things.
Hi, my name's Ryan. I'm 13 years old and I have Asperger's syndrome. At my school, no one really knew much about Asperger's. So I want to teach you more about Asperger's so you can understand people like me. Asperger's syndrome is something that you're born with. It basically means that your brain processes information differently. Life in school can be very tough for kids like me. Kids with Asperger's are often the target of bullies. Autism is a neurodevelopmental disorder, which means it's a problem with the way the brain and nerves develop. It is called a spectrum disorder because there's a huge range of levels of autism. At the more severe end of the autism range, people have difficulty controlling their bodies. They may make noises, flap their arms, spin around a lot, or be unable to talk. At the other end of the spectrum, people are generally very smart. They look just like everybody else, but they have trouble communicating with other children. Kids with Asperger's want to be friends. For most people, it's very easy. But for people with Asperger's, it's hard because we don't process information the same way you do. People with Asperger's have a hard time understanding what facial expressions mean, which are the warning signs that most people use to show they're getting frustrated. Like, I can tell when someone is happy, but other expressions seem very similar to me. It isn't always clear when someone is losing interest. We don't always know when to stop talking when someone has stopped listening. Always let people know if you're getting frustrated or angry. Try to be understanding. Tell them nicely. People with Asperger's also struggle to understand tones of voice. They have trouble with sarcasm and jokes. Sometimes we take things seriously when it's not always meant that way. We tend to take what people say literally and are hurt by it even if it was meant as a joke. If you feel you've been unkind to someone, apologize. You should also understand that kids with Asperger's don't respond well to change. People might think we're bossy. We just want to be in charge so we can avoid unexpected changes. This can be tough to deal with in group work. It can help if plans are made ahead of time so everyone knows what to expect. A small change for you will make a big difference for kids like me. So how should you treat a kid with Asperger's? Can you imagine how it feels when no one wants to include you? Imagine not having anyone to talk to or sit beside.
Or imagine how you would feel when you're always picked last.
Life with Asperger's can be very lonely.
Empathy is the practice of putting yourself in someone else's shoes, imagining what it feels like to be someone else.
The most important thing is to notice how you make a person feel. Encourage them if they seem down. It's really simple. Just treat them the way you'd like to be treated. You might be surprised to find out what fun people we are if you just give us a chance. So if you see someone sitting alone in the cafeteria, invite them to sit with you. Include them in the conversation so they don't feel left out. Ask them how they're feeling. Walk with them between classes.
Try it. See what happens. See how things change.
Kids with Asperger's are kids, just like you.
We're all different, but we all want the same things. To be seen, to be heard, to be understood, to be cared about, and to fit in.
And with a little help from you, they can. Make friends with a kid with Asperger's. You'll be glad you did.